Hello, Simplifiers. How are you doing? Diana with Diana Simplifies here. I hope you're doing fantastic. It is the week of Thanksgiving. Today's Monday. I've got to hurry up and I did do a Monday motivation. I got to hurry up and get that up. I'm not sure what day I'll be putting this up. But anyway, I've had some things here from Dollar Tree for actually long enough that I forgot what one of them is for. We'll talk about that in a minute. But and then I went to we have a new store where I live, which is just A+. It's a beautiful store, brand new. Everything is nice and clean. We'll see how long that lasts. But anyway, I did find a few things today that I decided to buy. Anyway, I'm just combining it into one because it wasn't a lot at either time. One thing I wanted to mention as far as Christmas decor. Now, I didn't go out and buy these again because I already had them, but they have these exact ones. Now, these are plastic, but it's the white with the snowflakes. Kind of hard to see. It's just the little lanterns. It is very lightweight because it's plastic, but it does have this beautiful flickering light. So if you don't like flickering, sorry. I've seen some people say, look away. I don't know. I've never had anybody tell me they couldn't do a flickering light, but I know it does bother some people. So there's that one. I can't turn it off. So it does have the on off button, and then you can put your own batteries in here. Let's see, what does it say? 2 AAA. So I like when they let you go ahead and put your own batteries in there just because, if it comes with it, that's fine. But if I can just also open it up and put my own in there so I don't have to just get rid of it just because the battery doesn't work or can't get into it or whatever. So this is the green one. I'm going to turn it on real quick. Same thing. Oh, I just love the flickering lights. So yeah, is it just kind of cheapy? Yeah, and it's only $1.25 and it is plastic, but they are selling them again this year. And the other one is red. I didn't love the red one. The red one had a deer on it. I don't know why I didn't like the red one. It was just a little too bright in your face to me. So I really liked these two. So that is some decor that they have brought back again this year. I like those. Some other decor are these solar lights. I remembered these from last year and I ran into them at Dollar General. So I bought them at Dollar General and they're only $1 there. Unfortunately, I didn't realize till I saw these how much larger. So this is the $1.25 one and this is the $1 one. So it is a lot larger. So I ended up just wasting money because I bought these two. And then I doubled these up because they're just so small and they don't make much of an impact by themselves. So I had 2 of every color. So I've got like 2 green together, 2, there's red, there's blue, and the gold doesn't make much of an impact. So I only bought 1 gold one. But so same thing at Dollar Tree. They've got green, red, yellow, and blue. The biggest, highest impact in both is the green. So either size is the green. So I really wanted the multicolor, but I think if I had it all to do over, I would have just bought green because it definitely packs the biggest punch. But I was watching somebody on doing a Dollar Tree haul and they were like, oh, these are so wonderful. These really are great. And then I got it and I was like, I have to watch listening to people because, okay, is it fun? Yes. Is it the greatest thing ever? I've had better. I had high hopes for it. The light is tiny. It's just a tiny, tiny little light. And so it just doesn't show up that well. But as far as being a solar light, yeah, it is a solar light. The other thing is this time of year, there's either like today, you can see there, I think you can see there is no sun today. That is still my azalea blooming out here. It looks kind of frayed looking from here, but it's actually very pretty looking out there. I've got a white one blooming that it really doesn't show up well in this view at all. But I also have that salmon color one, but in here it kind of looks dull. I don't know, but out there it looks really nice. So anyway, but I did just want to show you we still have leaves on the tree. It's going to get cold. This is going to be the last time you're going to see this like this. These leaves are going to come down probably Thursday. So anyway, I'm going to quit listening to what people say on YouTube because they're like, oh, it's so wonderful and it's cute. I'm kind of sorry I spent the money on either, honestly. What I was gonna say was, no matter where I put it in the yard, it's not getting a full day sun, and it really needs a full day sun. So it needs a good 8 hours. So I told Spencer last night, I said I moved these out of my backyard where it wasn't getting a full day sun to the front yard where it was getting a lot more sun. I told Spencer, I said, they still pooped out early. Like, what do I have to do do I have to put them under fluorescent light? Would that do it? I don't know. So I wonder if just bringing them in the house and setting them somewhere under fluorescent light, that might work. I don't know. If you know anything about solar lights and how they work, let me know. Is it just the sun? Or I think, because they were charged up when I got them. You also, the other thing is, you can't really tell this on this one because it's so small, but I could tell it on the big one. I couldn't figure out why these weren't working. You actually have to turn, you can see the tiny, here's a tiny light right here. You have to actually, there's an on-off switch right here. It's hard to see right there, that black thing. Yeah, it's easier to see once I turn it off. That black thing, that's the on-off switch. So you can actually turn it off and charge it, and then turn it back on, you know, if you wanted to like charge it indoors. I think that works. And then turn it back on and put it outside. So it's not, I don't know. I don't know if it matters, honestly, if you turn off and turn on or not. I don't know. Another decorative thing I got, they have these cute tins. I love this one that says Joy. I just realized I already got this for this lady. I got something else with the Joy on it, thinking I didn't have her something. I already had her that. See, this is my brain. My brain is not functional right now. So I got a card for somebody and I was just looking at it and I have no idea who this card was for. And I bought it maybe two weeks ago. I have no idea who it was for. None. Anyway, I've got a friend that I clean for and she loves this Joy. She loves anything with Joy on it. And I thought I would just give her, I always make candy. And then some people complain. She's actually diabetic, but they cook junk. They bake all the time. So it's not like Swerve. It's like actual bakery items. So I'm like, is it okay for me to give you junk food, or are you gonna like go off of me? I've had somebody go off of me because my mother's diabetic. I'm like, yes, and she's surrounded by junk food. I didn't give her tons, I just gave her a few pieces. So, you know, I never know what to do. So anyway, I got that for her, and I wouldn't even have to fill it with anything. I could just give it to her like that because it's just cute. Another thing, this is kind of a decor thing, but really it's food. Snoopy Candy Fun Book. So they have different fun books, and so I just got this one. It's got 10 lollipops, and so it's got blue raspberry, cherry, and green apple. And you can see the blue raspberry, it's Charlie Brown right there. And then the green one, what does it say? Green apple is Woodstock, and then Snoopy is the red one. So cherry. So anyway, it's got little puzzles and stuff in here if you know, kids or whatever want to do something like that. I was just going to give this to my friend who likes peanuts a lot. So that is just a little simple gift, nothing expensive there. And then this was the other Joy item I picked up. I'd seen somebody, it says Joy right here. If you put a candle behind it, then the candle will light all this up. So it's got little gingerbread kind of stuff going on here. Really cute. So that was $1.25. It is on the bottom. So you'd have to kind of peel that off if you want to get rid of it. But anyway, that's cute. At a different store, I saw candles to go into it. But of course, when I picked these up at this store, I didn't see any candles. And then I got my friend that likes the gnomes. I got her the gnome one. So again, just put the candle in there. There's the price. Oh, it's got paint on it. Got the price down here. They could have painted over that price tag. That would have been helpful. So I wouldn't have to deal with it. Anyway, I thought that was cute for her. So I've got a couple other things for her. I'm going to just stick that up there. Okay. In the food area, I bought several of these. I'm still kind of just stocking back up because I hardly had any of this shelf-stable milk, and I like the whole milk, and so that's the one I pick up. But they have all different types. They even have almond milk. The store I was in today, they had oat milk. I'm not sure if they have that at every store, but the one I was in today, they had oat milk. I think I've seen it before. I feel like I have. But, you know, it's hit or miss. Sometimes they don't have any or don't have much or whatever. So I picked this up today. I didn't pick this up today. I picked several up a few days ago at the other trip. And I'm still looking for the cocoa. I've not found one container of cocoa. So I don't know if they're not selling it this year, but it's this brand, the Seiko Pantry. So I got the chocolate chips just to try them out. So it is a much smaller bag than I would normally get. But I thought I would just try it out and just see how it tastes. It's a good brand. This is a name brand. It's not some crummy, cheap brand. It's 43% cake. Is that what it is? Cacao. Whatever it is, nut-free, better baking from the pantry. Let's see. Does it say it's made in the USA? I think it is. Wisconsin. Yeah, made in the USA. Oh, non-GMO. That's why I got it. It says right there, non-GMO. That's why I got it, because if you get organic chips, semi-sweets are really, really expensive. So I thought this was a good deal if you like non-GMO stuff. Organic and non-GMO are not the same, but if it's organic, it is non-GMO. So I thought, well, I've seen organic semi-sweets before. I have paid for them before. I don't even remember. I don't even think they still sell them. They used to have them at Walmart. I don't think they still have them, but they used to. They might in some brand. I don't remember, but they used to have the Great Value brand, so it wasn't super expensive. But I'm really bummed about the cocoa because, as you know, I drink hot cocoa every single day of my life. And I had tons of it. I've got 2 containers left from last year. So, all right, so today I picked up, this place was really well stocked with medicines. And I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna look really quick to see if they've got that non-drowsy Dramamine. This one says less drowsy formula. I've used the less drowsy before. And this is not the Dramamine brand, but it's the same thing. It's meclizine, 25 milligrams, motion sickness relief. So I thought I would just try it because it's 15 for $1.25 doesn't work. Not out a whole lot, and I think even at the store you wouldn't get a whole bunch for, and no telling how much, I didn't check, but it would be a lot more than that for 15, or maybe you might get 30, but it's going to be a lot more than $1.25. So I thought I would just try it. And this stuff does say it's made in the USA. It says distributed by Shield Pharmaceuticals Corp, New York, and it's made in the USA. So it does say that on there, which I was excited to see. Hard to see, but anyway, so it's only 15 of them. What has happened is I have been getting, this is so weird, I hardly get migraines anymore since, you know, I went through the change and all that. But I had hormonal migraines, and now I don't know really, I don't know if it's weather causing it, but we didn't really have a front come through yesterday. But yesterday and the night before, like the night before, about 7 or 8 night, I just started feeling really yuck and tired and just wanted to lay down. And I'm not usually like that. I can pretty much bounce off the walls for hours at a time easily. So the fact that I wanted to just lay down and do absolutely nothing, and my head was hurting a little, I was like, that seems strange. Well, when I don't remember being dizzy that night, but I laid on the sofa and then I went to bed pretty early. And I took something for the migraine because I did have a migraine. Sometime in the middle of the night that wore off, and then I guess about 5 I got up and I took something, and I was realizing, you know, I am dizzy, and I was also nauseated. I don't get the dizziness, I don't get the nausea, I don't get any of that. So I have nausea medicine, so that was fine. But I think I've got some Dramamine. I'm not sure where it is. I don't see it over there. I've got some old Dramamine from when we took a cruise a long time ago, but I thought it'd probably be good to just, it was the less drowsy kind, because that way I can be awake. I don't even know if it makes me drowsy because a lot of that stuff doesn't. But anyway, that's why when I saw that, I was like, $1.25, less drowsy. I don't need tons of them because I probably only get a migraine once or twice a year. So I don't need a huge bottle of it. The other thing I wandered across was, it's called Certified Plus Aspirin. And a lot of times, okay, so like I have some aspirin, but it's because that's part of what I take for migraines. I have migraine medicine, but all it is like aspirin, Tylenol, and caffeine. So then I feel like if I just need a little extra, I wouldn't have to take a whole pill. Maybe I could just take the aspirin and the Tylenol. You know, like if I needed a second one, then I wouldn't have to take all of it. I could just take, you know, portions. Well, the only aspirin I have is 81 milligrams. So they had that, they did have that. And this was actual 325 milligrams, which is what I was actually wanting. And it's 100 of them for $1.25. But this is also made in the USA. Now, I normally wouldn't buy stuff there, but I watched somebody, now she's the one that also told me these solar lights were wonderful, and I find that they're not that great. I think they would be good in the summer. I think they would be awesome in the summer because the sun would be out for hours and hours and hours on end, right? They're just not doing great for me this time of year. I think it's just not the best time of year. I don't think it's the lights, although they don't put off tons of light either, but they're pretty though. Anyway, she uses a lot of their medicine, and she says, actually, like it all works the same. So I'm just making up stuff. It all tastes the same. And what ends up happening with me is this stuff expires. Now, I don't mind taking expired meds because I think it's fine, but there's no reason for me to pay $6 for something, and then 10 years later, I still have some of it left over. At that point, I probably do need to just go ahead and throw it away. Although I've taken very old meds. I do not throw that stuff away, especially if it's for pain. I don't throw that stuff away. I've never had trouble. But anyway, so I got this. Those were the two things that I got, was the aspirin and the motion sickness relief. I'm trying to remember, what did I take, or did I find a Dramamine? I'm trying to remember. I took something. I know what it was. I felt like my sinuses were messed up. And so when I got up that Sunday morning, I took Mucinex. My brain's not working. I took Mucinex, and that did help. The thing was, I wouldn't have probably cared because it was a Sunday and I could have just stayed home. But we were supposed to sing that day. So we sing in a choir. Our choir is very small. And so it's kind of like every person counts. And I didn't want to just like sit out and not sing. And so I took the Mucinex, and that did a good job. But I thought if I could have had some Meclizine, because I was a little afraid I was going to fall up there. So Spencer was right next to me. I was like, if I start falling, please catch me. Okay, so Essentially Ageless. I have bought this before. It's the Be Pure. I really like this. They've got the daytime and the nighttime. And the night, these are glass bottles, which is great. Everybody's like, oh, this is so great. It's a glass bottle. Yes, let me tell you, I think I already told you that I did this. When I still had Ranger, he would sleep in the bathroom. So if I was in the bathroom, he had a bed in there. He would just wander in there with me. Anytime I was in the bathroom, he'd go in there with me, and he'd lay in his little bed. Well, I dropped the glass bottle and shattered it into a million pieces right in front of him. And thankfully, he wasn't. Usually, he would freak out if there was any noise or any something breaking or noise like that. For some reason, he did not notice it. And so he just kept on laying there. But anyway, this is the Essentially Ageless. It is in a glass bottle. And so I'm going to try not to shatter this one into a million pieces. Sometimes, now I don't have as much company in there as I used to, but sometimes Sunshine comes in there. So I also don't want to shatter it with her. So it's in a box, and it has this that you pull up. And this stuff smells so good. I put off, it almost smells like cucumber to me, just a little bit, just really sweet smelling. Anyway, I put off buying this for a long time, and then when I would see it, I would think, do I really need that? I don't know why, but some of these things are not that moisturizing. So what I've been doing, I think somebody mentioned that I think maybe somebody on my channel mentioned, just put a different moisturizer on with it. So I put a moisturizer on, then I put this on top of it. So that's working out. And I like the smell a lot. So I just love the smell. For $1.25, you know, what I like for it to moisturize. Paraben-free, phthalate-free, reduces appearances of wrinkles, skin feels softer, more smooth, wake up with hydrated, more radiant skin. And the good news is they have stuck the price on the back on this one instead of on the front in that garish, red thing on the front. So this is much better. On the back, speaking of garish red, I bought the dish detergent from Home Bright. These are pretty new. The citrus mist I've seen a lot, but I hadn't picked it up yet. There's your... What I had not seen, these are 16.9 ounces, so it's a pretty good size bottle. And it's thick. You can kind of see. See, it's nice and thick. Usually I'll turn the ones that are, at the Dollar Tree to see if they're thick or not, because most of them are really thin, and I don't like thin stuff. So I'd rather just pay more, like for Gain or Dawn or something. This one is Lavender Lilac. So they say they're plant-based. They're definitely dye-free, which is nice. And they're phthalate-free, cuts tough grease with aloe vera. So they say they're plant-based. I know nothing about it. I don't ever believe anything I read, so I don't. But it is definitely dye-free because there's no color. So this one too is very thick. I'm liking that part. And this is the citrus. So we got the citrus and the lavender lilac. And I did sniff this one in the store just because I wanted to. I was like, if it's nasty, I don't want it, because I don't like lavender that much. It's not real strong. And I didn't sniff this one. Let me sniff the citrus one because I figured it's not going to bother me. This is a little bit stronger. This one's definitely a little bit stronger. And I've got the cleaner. If this looks familiar to you, I have the cleaner, the spray cleaner, and I really, really like it. I have watered it down some just because it kind of takes the edge off the smell. I think it's citrus. This smells familiar. So I think it's the same thing. But I really like this Home Bright brand. I do wish they'd stop with these price tags, because this is pretty at your sink, but not with that on it, I don't know. They could have put that on the back, in my opinion. And then for the soaps, so they brought out the Christmas soaps again. So there's a vanilla one. I'm not a big vanilla person, so I didn't pick the vanilla one up. There's a rosemary mint, which I do want, but I if I don't have more than one or two things, I usually won't go through the line because the lines are so crazy at my regular Dollar Tree. Now, the one I was at today, the line, I didn't have to stand there very long. But this one is cinnamon and clove, and so they've got that one again this year. And then today's the first time I've seen this one. This one was 16 ounces, which is pretty good for a hand soap for there. The Coastal Cedar, I think I picked this up last year. I feel like I picked this up, or if I didn't pick it up last year, I saw it. This is the first time I've seen it this year. So this is, again, 16 ounces, really good size. This Delta Home I really love. And there is no stinking price tag on this anywhere, and it is made in Canada. I really like this Delta Home brand. Made in Canada, no animals harmed, Ontario. Okay, so rosemary mint, there's another one. There's toasted coconut, and I think there's a vanilla one. There's also a pumpkin spice. I've only seen that once recently because it was like that one came out and it flew off the shelf, and I've only seen it once since. And then I got the pumpkin spice of this, the body wash. I didn't get the pumpkin spice soap, but I got this personal care pumpkin spice body wash. I love it. If you ever see that, even if you're not a big pumpkin person, the spice smell is so good. It's just a really nice spicy smell. This is a cucumber mint, and I'm not even finding this anymore. I bought a couple of these. I bought one to give as a gift, and then I just started using mine a couple days ago. I thought, well, I'm going to make this video pretty soon. I will try it out and let you know what I think. It almost has a manly scent. It's less cucumber. I really am not smelling cucumber. I do smell some mint, but it almost has kind of a manly smell to it. And I don't know what that is, but I wouldn't say it's not a cucumber and it's not a mint, but there is a mint smell. So it's not real strong. It's not overpowering. I think if you don't like strong scents, you'd be okay with this. And the price is on the back, which I'm loving because they did have some and the price was on the front and I was not loving. I think that's about it, except for, I'm looking around just to make sure. I got some cards. This is where I forgot who I bought the card for. So this one I remember, it says, some people add to the joy and the good in our lives in ways we hadn't really expected. And it's a little puppy and a little kitty. I got this for my vet because, you know, poor Ranger and poor Cricket, we had to put them both to sleep within 2 weeks of each other. It says, hope you know you're one of those important people and someone I'm lucky to call my friend. We're crazy about our vet. We've known him for over 30 years, and he's just an amazing person. And so got that for him. Now the cards are still, this one is $1. This one's made in the USA. This larger one's $1. This one, I have no clue. I do not remember why I bought a thank you card. Oh, I remember. We've had a situation at Community Bible Study where I work with the kids, and there's a woman who's kind of been thrown into, several people have been thrown into sort of being in charge of things that they were not supposed to be in charge of because one person is out. So people have had to kind of band together and do certain things that they weren't planning on doing this year. And it's been kind of, I think it's a little bit of a hardship for this one person. So she's a little bit OCD. So, you know, if you're real, maybe I shouldn't say OCD, but if you're really, really particular about things and things don't go exactly the way you had planned, then you kind of dump on yourself. And I feel like she kind of has that personality. So I bought her this. I think it's so pretty. It says, thank you. With gratitude for all the things you do and for the wonderful way you do them. I just saw one day she seemed like she was kind of down about something had gotten lost. And it was something, the girl that works with me as a teenager, she's real laid back. Nothing phases her. Nothing bothers her. And a lot of times if you can work with little kids, if that's your gift, then you really aren't bothered by a lot. She's better with them than I am. It's not quite as much my gift as it is hers because I do get a little bit bothered by some of it. But something got lost and she could have cared less. And the woman was real concerned about it. And that's when I was like, you know what? She was like, I just don't know where it is. I don't know where it is. I'm like, no, see, we don't care. Nobody in this room cares, okay? And we're the only people that deal with what you've lost. So we don't care. Don't worry about it. I didn't say that to her, but in my brain, I'm thinking, we don't care. It's not a big deal, but it's a big deal to her. So I thought I would just get her a card, and then of course I meant to already have mailed it, which I did not. Okay, so, and then that one's $1. This one's only 50 cents. So this is a smaller one. It's the Joyfully Yours. It says, thinking of you at Thanksgiving. It's very pretty. This one's for my parents. And thanking God for the blessing you are to know and love. God bless you and keep you. And it's got a Bible verse on there. I'll just put it all the way across there. So very simple, but these are only 50 cents. So if you didn't know, you can still get the small cards are still 50 cents. The large cards are still $1. That price has never changed, not so far anyway. And then I got this one for my friend. I need to mail it like right now, this very second. You're too far away to pass the turkey because she lives in Louisville, so she's not close. But always right here in, do they leave out words? But always right here in heart. Who wrote this? Did the dog write this? But always right here in heart. Wish we could be together for real at Thanksgiving. I knew this sounded weird. Wish we could be together for real at Thanksgiving. I knew that was weird, but the dog was cute, so I just went with it. But that is kind of a strange card. Whatever. It's $1. The stamp is almost as much as the card now, so that has gone up. So there's that. I did not realize how much stamps had gone up. And I did my Christmas cards, and I'm like, now, I'm going to show you a couple of things I got at Dollar General a few weeks ago just because they're so cute. As I break it, I did a whole video and then I never posted it, so I'm just going to delete it because it's just old at this point. But I got this for my friend. It is an ornament. Got this for my friend who likes the gnomes. The same one I got this other gnome thing for. Got that for her. That was only $1. So here's the tag. $1. And then I'm afraid I'm going to break it. It's almost like a blown, I don't think it's like hand blown, but it's almost like that. And then I got her this Merry Christmas tray. I bet that's $3. Well, it was only $1 too. So Merry Christmas gnome tray. Just thought it was so cute. I think she'll love it. So I'm going to see her about 2 weeks before Christmas. So I won't be giving it to her early. So I'm just going to add this to it because I just saw that today, or just got it. I've seen it before, but I just got it today. So there is that. That is my haul for today. Oh, I wanted to mention this because I'm smelling it right now. I think I talked about in one of these Dollar Tree hauls, this, of course, the packaging comes all the way off, so it's already off. But this is Wizard, and it's called Sweater Season, I think. I can actually smell that in this room. This room is pretty small, but most of these things aren't that great even for a small space, but I think this would be really good for a small bathroom. I put the peach and mango one in my car, and it's A+. Every time I get in the car, it's like, that smells fantastic. Peach and mango. It's really good. So I'm looking for another one of those to pick up. But this was, I think it's called Sweater Season or something like that. And it's blue. The inside's blue. The outside, it's really pretty. It's got a really pretty, like a sweater or, I don't know, seasonal look to it. So anyway, I just have this barely up because I can smell it. When I walk through this room, I can smell it. So that worked out for $1.25. I thought that was a good deal. And that is it for me. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you next time.